I am Angie, and this is Crafty Blessings with Angie, and I am in an event today with the Sacred Treasure House, and today is a kitchen event, and it's a garden party, and we've had some wonderful dishes made today, from sweet stuff to dark pudding, to sandwiches, egg salad sandwiches, pasta salad, lemon bars, just an assortment of things from everyone. We started the day with Simply Bewitching by Wendy, and then after her was Kathy from Quality Crafts by Kathy, and then we had Lisa's Craft House, and then right before me we had Timeless Treasures by Tanya. And then after me, we have Creative Designs and DIY from Blueberry Hill. And then Paint Party with Lydia. And we end the night with LT Designs. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. Hi, Cassandra. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Crafting with Donna. Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. So if you are unfamiliar with the Sacred Treasure House group, you can go there and you can join that, and you can see all the replays, all the people that are going to come up after me. And it's been a fun day, and you might get some inspiration for a dish you might like to make. So I'm going to get started with mine. So y'all, I'm doing a couple different things, and I'm just kind of doing something that, you know, you could carry to a picnic, garden party, whatever you would like to do. And hi, Kathy. I enjoyed your live today. Thank you. I've never had a tomato pie. I've got to tell my husband about that tomato pie. I don't even know if I think I've heard of it, but I never really understood what all went in it. So I'm going to have to tell him about that tomato pie. So I am doing chicken salad, and hopefully enough time I'm going to make some pimento cheese and do a little display, and then if we have time, I've got a little bit of a dessert. It's not a big deal, dessert, okay? So we're going to start out with, well, first, let me get my brain together, y'all. We're going to cut an onion first. I had it right here. Yes, dry those tomatoes. I got that point. You made sure everyone knew. Dry those tomatoes. Get them as dry as you can get them. Yeah, that looks really interesting to me. We love tomatoes, and we've got, hopefully we're going to have a good crop out of our garden this year. You know, sometimes you plant gardens and things don't work out. We had a lot of beautiful plants last year, but not a lot of tomatoes. But we're expecting better this year. And so far, everything that my husband's planted early is doing really well. So we're really excited about our garden this year. So I'm just cutting up some onion, and if you are not an onion person, you could leave the onion out. I mean, but some people like onion, but they like it really fine, and you could use a chopper to chop this up and make it a lot finer if you don't really care for onion. I am not a chef. I am only a home cook, but we do cook a good bit. Even though it's just me and my husband now, and our kids are grown and on their own, we still cook a lot, and we love home cooked food. We're not real big on going out to eat a lot. We do occasionally go out to eat, but we're not big out to eat people. Y'all, these onions are burning my eyeballs. There's all kinds of tricks to try to keep that down, but I didn't do any of them. They say if you run the onion underwater, you know, all these things. Lord, my eyes are running. Get me a paper towel. Sorry, y'all. Ugh. Terrible. And that is probably a little more onion than what I want for the amount of chicken that I have. But I love onion, and this is just yellow onion. You could use Vidalia, you could use purple onion. A lot of people use purple onion. This is what I had on hand, so this is what I'm using. I do have purple onion in the garden. My husband was just going to get some yellow onion and plant those, and I talked him into doing some purple onion because I love a purple or a red. Some people call them red onion. Okay, I'm not going to cut that part. Whew, that was rough for my eyeballs. I'm going to grab a small bowl right here, and we're just going to put our onion. And I may not use all of this onion. I kind of eyeball things here at Crafty Blessings with Angie. My kids will tell you that I'm not I don't always go by a recipe. I kind of eyeball, taste, add this, add that. That's how I grew up. That's how my parents cooked. There's a few things that I really go by a recipe, but sometimes I use a recipe as a guide. and I change it up. Okay, I'm going to switch cutting boards. Well, actually, I think I'm going to use this cutting board for this. So I have in my little drainer, I got some grapes. There, I washed my grapes. So we're going to cut up some grapes. I'm going to be cutting up some chicken, and I don't like to use the same. And y'all, my hands are clean. I know everybody is always so whatever sometimes on lives. Yeah, she didn't even wash her hands. Well, my hands have been in water almost all day. And getting ready for this and doing little things around the house. So my hands are clean. And since this is you watching me and you're not going to eat it anyway, it's all right. I love to put grapes in my chicken salad. And I've used green before. I think the red tends to be a little sweeter. So I prefer the red for chicken salad. But I have used green. If I have green, that's what I use. And y'all, I did not want to. I bought these grapes today. I had to run to the store and get a couple things. I didn't like the price, but I wanted grapes in my chicken salad. So I paid the price. Hi, Just Jackie. Thank you for sprinkling. The real question is what mayo. I know. That's been the topic of the day. And y'all are going to be whatever when you see what mayo I'm going to use. I used to be a Kraft mayo person. I always went with Kraft. I don't mind Hellmann's, but I just always used Kraft. Well, I'm going to tell you, here in West Tennessee and North Mississippi, which is I'm right on that state line, our mayo prices kind of got really crazy. Like, $5 a jar for not even the biggest jars, and $4 and $5. So my husband and I have tried several things from Aldi's, the brand that they have. And so we tried their mayo, and I love it. And you know what? It's like $2 and something. So that's what I'm using. I'll show you what I'm using. But I do think that the taste on things varies. And sometimes it's the region that you live in and what's available to you and what you grew up on. I grew up, and y'all are going to be really surprised. My parents didn't use a lot of mayo. We used Miracle Whip for a lot of stuff. And my daddy was a Miracle Whip. He loved Miracle Whip. And so when I moved here, a lot of people don't like Miracle Whip at all here, or any kind of salad dressing. You know, they want mayo, 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 mayo. So that was a wake-up call to me. So now I've kind of shifted, and I don't buy any salad dressing now because my family, my husband prefers mayo, my children prefer mayo, and I've got so used to mayo that I prefer mayo. But there was a time when I wouldn't eat a sandwich without Miracle Whip, so, because that's what I grew up eating. I think we're all kind of that way. Can't wait to see what you're doing. Yeah, Lydia is going to be on soon. Next after me is Ray from Creative Designs. Make sure I say her page. I'm the same way. Oh, I don't want to mess up. Creative Designs and DIY from Blueberry Hill. She has a little bit longer page name. Doesn't want to mess anything up. Okay, so I'm not particular about the size. You're going to see some are bigger than others. I want a good bit of them, though, because I love the grapes in chicken salad. Do y'all put grapes in your chicken salad? I hope I'm not freaking anybody out by rubbing my fingers on that knife. It's just a habit. It's probably not the best habit. But I catch myself doing that. Need that? Yes. I got it right here. I always try to keep a little sheet because you go live and your brain sometimes doesn't go live with you. My brain stays, and it's like, even when I used to do events, I always told people, I said, write down that next crafter's name. Have you something right there so you remember the names of your hosts, the names of the people in the event with you, you know, because you may know them, you may watch them all the time, but your brain sometimes has a hard time remembering when you're nervous or you're doing a lot of things. And so it's just to me, it's a courtesy to be able to tell you about these creators because I'm blessed to be able to be in these events. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and if I decide to add more, I will. I don't have a ton, and I have to remind myself, because usually when I make chicken salad, I make a huge amount. I'm not making a huge amount of it today. So I'm going to stop here, get me another little bowl. Put my grapes in this little bowl. Usually what I do, and when I'm in an event, is I print out the graphic and I take little notes as I'm watching the people ahead of me, telling what they made and all that. And I meant to do that today, and I didn't do that today. I wish I had, because I'm trying to remember what everybody did. Because it's just in me to try to promote and help my fellow crafters. It's just what I do. It's just in me. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to use this cutting board, and we're going to cut up our cooked chicken. Now, I just boiled my chicken. A lot of times I use my pressure cooker, and it's completely cool because I did this earlier. So, a lot of times I use my pressure cooker, and I'll pressure cook it and shred it. But today I just did it on the top of my stove and boiled it. And I keep chicken stock powder. It's made by Knorr, and I like to add a little bit of that flavoring in, especially if I'm doing chicken breast, because chicken breast can get a little flavorless sometimes when you're, I don't want huge pieces, y'all. I'm trying to make my pieces a little, without cutting yourself. How about that? I cut my fingernail just now. Just don't, no cutting. We was talking about that earlier. No, we no cutting on no live. I'll never forget, and I'm trying to think of her page name. She's changed page names now. It was a creator. I think her page name now is something October or something. But anyway, I think her name was Tony. It's been years, a few years ago. She was doing an event and she cut herself with some scissors. She went through some horrible times, had to have surgeries and all kinds of things to repair that damage because it was right in this area of her hand. She couldn't use her hand. It was terrible. I don't know if anyone remembers. I'm pretty sure her first name was Tony. It's been a while. So I hope y'all are enjoying this event today. I would like to know in the comments, has anyone ever attended a garden party or hosted a garden party? I have never. I have been on picnics and cookouts, but never a garden party. And I'll be honest with you, I was like, when I was thinking about what I was going to do, I almost got panicked. I was like, why did I sign up? Why did I sign up? Because I'm not familiar with a garden party. Hi, Patty. But when I seen what everyone else was doing, it made me feel better about what I had chose to do. And I also had went on Pinterest and I went searching to see what kind of things you serve at a garden party. Hi, Mary Tayo. Thank you for coming. If I've missed anyone's comments, I apologize. Hello, hello. So I'm just cutting up my chicken. This is just chicken breast. So I'm just cutting it into small pieces to make chicken salad. Do we have any chicken salad fans? Anyone like chicken salad? I'll be honest with you, it's one of my favorite if I'm gonna have like a salad type sandwich, you know, like tuna fish or chicken. Chicken's my favorite. I can eat tuna and I like it okay. My husband likes it better than chicken. But I'm a chicken person. Terry gets frustrated with this chicken person sometimes. We don't eat chicken all the time. I vary everything that I make. Try not to eat too much, but chicken just does good with my body. It's good. It's a good protein. And this is more than what I really thought it would turn out to be. Yeah. I can chop some more of this a little smaller. You have attended and hosted one, but it's been years. Well, that's awesome, Missy. Pimento salad. I'm making pimento cheese. Is that what you mean, Patty? I am going to make some pimento cheese too to go with this if I have enough time. Hopefully I will. Okay, So I'm going to set this back here. And grab me a bigger bowl. So there's a lot of things that you can put in chicken salad, okay? You know, some people just want mayo and really the basics. You could put celery, chopped up celery. I'm not a celery person, so I very rarely buy celery, so I don't put it. I have eaten it with celery in it, and I can eat it that way. I just don't, I'm not a big fan. Let me rinse my ears off, y'all. But, you know, there's lots of different ways to make it. This is just what I like. I was telling on Tanya's live, who was before me, you know, she was talking about her daughter doesn't really like ambrosia salad. Well, you know, so she's like, Mom, why are you making that? Well, you know, when my kids were home and they were young, I tended to make all the things that they like. But now that they're grown and they're on their own, even before they moved out, when they're grown, and if they don't like something, they can make something for themselves. I started making more things that I like. And I've made chicken salad knowing that I'm pretty much, my Hannah likes it okay. Maddie's not big on mayonnaise, and Terry don't really like it, but I knew I would eat it. And so I said, guess what? I'm at that phase of my life. I'm going to start making a lot more stuff that I like. I'll wash that knife off real quick. Okay, so, y'all, this is the mayo that I have started buying. I used to buy Kraft, and I have used Hellmann's before. I tended to buy whatever was on sale a lot of times. If we had Hellmann's on sale and it was cheaper than Kraft, I'd buy Hellmann's. But it's called Berman's, and it's from Aldi's. And to me, it tastes really good. I like it with cranberries or grapes. Oh, I would say cranberries would be really good in it too. We love cranberries too. But I've never done them like, do you mean like cranberries, dried cranberries? I know the whole cranberries. I make homemade cranberry sauce with those in the holidays. But I've never done them, let me get, that's another thing. Get a spoon and get some. Now, I don't like to overdress. I'm just going to put a good big thing of, because I don't like it to be like swimming in mayo. But you want it to be coated well. Now, you can make sandwiches with this, or you can have it with crackers. And how I'm planning to serve it today is I'm going to show you a way you can display it for like a little party. And I'm going to use crackers. So I've got my mayo. I'm going to add in my grapes. Oh, I forgot too. Add some onion. Some of that piece is a little big. A couple of those pieces didn't get chopped up quite big, small enough. I don't want a heap amount of onion, but I do like onion. And purple onion would be better than this yellow in this, because purple's not quite as you know, like a raw onion taste. But I don't mind. I like onion. That piece is a little big too. I should have chopped that up with my chopper. The onion's a little big. That's okay. It's just me pretty much gonna eat this anyway. Okay, so then I also I like to add nuts. Now, if you have nut allergies or you can't have nuts for health reasons, don't put nuts. I love nuts. I'm going to use my little chopper. This little thing is just so handy. I can't plug it in here, but I can show you how it works, and then take it over there and plug it up. So I'm just going to take, these are pecans. We keep pecans and walnuts in our freezer. Our pecan level's getting a little low. We got tons of walnuts, so I almost used walnuts just for that reason, but I really like pecans better. Hi, Hannah. Here's my girl. Make a chicken salad, Hannah. Okay. Should have done with my onion. So I'm going to put these pecans in there. And like I said, if you don't like nuts, can't have nuts, just leave it out. And so I wanted a little acidity. I've never done this before, but I'm trying it. Because sometimes I'll use pickles or something like that. But my daughter bought this when she came over the last time we went to the store. She picked this out, and it's a raspberry vinaigrette. And so I tasted it, and I love the taste of it. So I'm going to add a little bit of that to my chicken salad, y'all. And this one is light, so it doesn't have a lot of sugar. Some recipes for chicken salad say to add apple cider vinegar and honey. Well, I didn't have apple cider vinegar. So I decided that I tasted that, and I thought, I'm just going to add a little bit of that. And it'll give it just a little bit of a taste. I might need to taste it and see if I got enough. I don't know if I'll have time for dessert. We'll see. I think it needs just a little bit more. I really like that in there, though. And just like some other things, when you make it, if you put this in the refrigerator and let it sit, all your flavors will meld together good. So you can make this ahead of time, have it in the refrigerator, and then the day before your party or your get together. I need that in it. Here. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to display this. So I've got a glass tray, see, and it has these little sections. I've got a glass bowl. We're just gonna put our chicken salad. I think the chicken salad needs just a little bit of salt, but I'll probably add a little bit of salt to it. So there you go. And then I love these, which this is Hannah's favorite cracker. Club crackers. Dad, she's 45 minutes away. And there's my Madison, too. Oh, y'all are doing Mama's heart so proud. Both of my girls on here. Both of my girls. I thought, you know, you could do crackers on each side and then take some of your extra grapes. Scissors. And have them like that. I forgot to send my telegram, y'all. I did do my channel this morning telling I was going to be in this, but I didn't do it right before I came live. So that's kind of an idea of how you could display. Put you a spoon in there for people to dip it out on their plate, get them a few crackers. See that? Okay. So then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to make some homemade pimento cheese. So I got a bowl. And we're going to use, you could shred your own, and they say it's actually better for you to shred your own. But you made tacos and corn for supper. Yay! We had tacos last night. Well, tacos and chips. No, it wasn't last night. That was Tuesday night. What did we have last night? We had homemade soup. Where's yours? Come and get it. Come and get it. So I'm using shredded cheese from Kroger's. And the recipe that I'm using says 2 cups. We're going to kind of measure. We ain't going to perfectly. Get the rest of my stuff over here. Now, I've made pimento cheese and I did not do this, but I wanted to try it. So, thank you, Missy. Go get it, sissy. So, I am going to use some cream cheese. Now, I've never put cream cheese in it before, but I do think it'll make it creamier. I can get this cream cheese open. This cream cheese is room temperature. It's been sitting out. Okay. Hope I can mix it in. I'm going to try a fork. It's still kind of hard. I might have should have put it in the microwave. You could probably use your mixer. You know what I could have done? I could have used my chopper. Make that cream cheese chopped up better. Yeah, I might have to. That's pretty hard to. Let me rinse my chopper out. Sure, we're going to put our cream cheese mixture in here and kind of chop it up so make it easier to mix in with our cheddar. Now, I am using a, pretty sure, sharp cheddar, yes. That's what we hardly ever buy the mild now. We always buy the sharp, because both Terry and I both love the taste of sharp. I used to only buy mild. Okay. my hands off. Yeah. Hello, hello, Deborah. And so, y'all, I haven't mentioned this yet, and I should have. This event is hosted by Sacred Treasure House, and that is made up by Deborah from Sacred Sew, Tanya from Timeless Treasures by Tanya, and Lisa from Lisa's Craft House. They are the hosts of this event, and I don't get to participate with them often, but I enjoy it when I do. I'll tell you, this last time that polls went up, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get any. They just go so quick. But I remember people used to say that to me when I was doing it too. It's nothing against them. It's just when you run good events, people want to be in it. Yeah, I almost think I need to use my hands, and they're clean. I hope I can't hardly get that. Well, let's put our other ingredients in, see if that helps. I've never added the cream cheese before, so that's a new thing for me. Let's add our mayo. Again, you don't want to overdress, and I'm not really measuring, I'm just eyeballing, and I'm sorry if there's a lot of recipes online for pimento cheese, different things that you can add to it. Y'all, I had never made the homemade pimento cheese, and a friend of ours made some and she had it at a visitation for a funeral that we were there to be with the family. And around here in the South, when they have a funeral, everybody brings food, and they just gather together and they with the family. And so we were with our friend that her son had passed away, and we were sitting in the fellowship hall of the church where they were having the funeral. This is onion powder, okay? I'm just adding a little bit and mixing it in as I go. And this is garlic powder. And like I said, I'm just eyeballing it. So we were in the fellowship hall, and one of the ladies that went to church there had made pimento cheese sandwiches. She makes hers with like Velveeta cheese, and she melts it, so it's not the individual like you see and you buy pimento cheese. It's different. And but it inspired me to, okay, I gotta make pimento cheese. And then another one of my friends talks about it all the time, how good homemade is. And I was like, okay, I gotta make pimento cheese. Because I've always bought it. So I made it. I can't get that. Can you open this door? I can't get the thing to let me do that little one. Hey, these are pimentos. You can buy them in the grocery store. I'm going to use the whole jar. Cute little jar. My husband's going to say, you going to keep that jar? I'm a jar keeper. Now we're getting it. We needed that juice in there to make it easier. See what's happening? Starting to look like pimento cheese now. So I made it one time, and I didn't use cream cheese, but I did use mayo and cheddar cheese and the seasonings and all that. And I was like, oh my goodness, why was I ever buying pimento cheese? This is so much better. Okay, so the recipe, when I looked up a recipe earlier just to refresh my mind about what I usually do, it was a spicy pimento cheese, and they use a little bit of cayenne and a little bit of jalapeno. I'm going to add just a little because I can't handle a lot of spice, but I'm going to add just a little. Did you save me some? She's talking to somebody else. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get, I need a little measure. A little measure. So, a little tiny one. How much is this? No, I don't think quite that little. This is what I need. The recipe I seen said 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne. I'm wondering if I need about half of that. I want a little spice, but I don't want it to be too hot. Anna, if she's still on here, she'll be dying that I'm doing this. Because my kids know I'm not. Oh, there she is. You want some? If you have any left. We'll see. You ain't coming to my house Sunday. You must. Y'all, for Mother's Day, we are planning to go eat somewhere, and so that's why I'm picking on her. Instead of them going to each side's house, they're hoping that everybody will just go eat somewhere. So both sides of the family. This is jalapenos, and the seeds are in these little things, okay? So be very careful. You don't want, if you can't handle. So Maddie knows. I don't know if Maddie's still on here. Good sandwich. Barbecue chips. Oh, yes. I love some pimento cheese. Oh. After my live, of course, the people following me, I will be making sure I get you sent, and I'm watching too some, but I am traveling to go take some Maddie, Terry and I are taking her some things for her garden. So I'm surprised she's not telling me to bring some of this. You're sorry. Oh, it's okay, Wendy. I was late to yours too. I was at the grocery store and I couldn't get the live to pull up in the store. So then when I got in the car, I got it and I was driving while I had you on. That's just how life is. That's just how life is. So I got another tray similar to the one I did with the chicken salad. We're going to put our pimento cheese in here. And again, this will taste better tomorrow. It's one of those things that if it sits a little bit, all the flavors kind of blend together, and it always tastes better the next day. I gotta taste it now, though. It's good.
But it will taste better tomorrow. That cheese, when it gets all blended up, melts together. And again, I'm going to use these crackers. Watch Lisa and Tanya in silence. I understand. I want some pimento cheese to try. Just a little bit. Okay, I'll bring you a little bit. Since I am coming your way. I'm not coming Hannah's way. Looks delicious. Probably would not love jalapeno. You can't, I didn't taste too much jalapeno just now, but there, a little tiny bit. A little tiny kick. But you wouldn't have to put jalapeno. It tastes different though with the cream cheese. I've never made it with cream cheese before. But it does taste good. I'm hungry. Okay. Well, there's one. And there's another one. So, I still got time. Excuse me for eating. So we're gonna look towards a dessert since I have time. Lucky Madison. Double the jalapeno. If you like hot, double the jalapeno. If you don't like hot, don't put as much. Or don't use it at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set this. I'm gonna need my stove for our dessert. I got a mess. And I probably should have done this already, but I wasn't sure I'd get to the dessert. Sometimes you never know how much time you're gonna take doing something. Washed off my cutting board. You never know how much time you're going to use doing something. So I wasn't sure if I would have time to show y'all the dessert. So I've got some strawberries. I didn't wash them. Should have. Let me lay these grapes out and rinse these strawberries off. I rinsed them off. They'll be okay. The best way to clean strawberries, though, is to put them in a container with some, like 1/3 of a cup of vinegar for 3 minutes and mixed with water. Mix it with water and just put 1/3 of a cup of vinegar in your water and let them soak in it. That's the best way to clean them. It gets all that dirt out. But since I didn't do that, we're gonna just do this. So I've got strawberries and we're just going to cut the tops off. Oh, that one I didn't. There's a lot of strawberry left there, Angie. Simply Bewitching yummy chicken salad with the grapes. Yes. I love some chicken salad. I love pimento cheese. I guess today's meal was all about stuff Angie loves. I told my husband what I was doing. He didn't really give me any suggestions, so I chose things I like. So I'm just cutting the tops off first. And then I'm going to put them in a pan with some water, some sugar, and we're going to boil them a little bit. This one is not very ripe. These back in here. One of the best kinds of things for if you're trying to watch your sugar, the best fruits that they recommend is strawberries or berries, the berry family. You know, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. They are the less sugar fruits. Apples have a lot of fiber, so they're good too because of the fiber content. But bananas, you got to be really careful with bananas. They got a lot of sugar in them, and they will run my sugar up. So I have to be careful with bananas. Oranges are good. Citrus stuff is good. Still have to kind of watch citrus a little bit more. It depends on how sweet. You gotta watch grapes, okay, a little bit too. Everything in moderation. I'm just dicing these up because I know they'll cook quicker than if I cut them into pieces. They'll do a little quicker than they would if I put them in there whole. They are pretty strawberries, very pretty strawberries. They are. I just picked them up today at the grocery store. They had them on sale for $2.99, which not the greatest sale here, but it was all right. Okay, so I'm going to put those in my pan. Shove that in there. And I'm going to add some sugar. What I looked up a recipe was saying about a third of a cup. That's a guesstimation right there. Not an exact measure. I love my new pans. The handles come off and you just switch it from handles to whichever pan you're going to use. I add some water. Just enough to cover them a little bit, and we're going to turn that on high so it can boil. Where the lid went? There it is. So, I went the simple route with dessert, and we're basically going to do strawberry shortcake. Got 4 little cakes. Got some whipped cream, whipped topping. And probably I didn't pick out a dish to put this in. You know what? We're gonna go old style. Since it's just Terry and I, we're going to do jars. We're going to do this a little different, kind of like a layered thing. gallon before now. I don't know what I was thinking. I really just thought I would run out of time. I wouldn't have time. And I don't know that I'll get this done. A gallon here, $17 or $18 for a gallon. This is that a pint or one of these containers? Which I'd rather have fresh, is probably what you're buying. This is 16 ounces container for $2.99. Our local farmers market has been posting every now and then. They're selling them by the flats, and you get, remember how many you get. How many of these comes in a flat? I can't remember. He's asleep. I want to say 8. I'm not sure. But anyway, they were selling them basically for $1 a container. But you had to buy a whole flat. But they're an hour, 35 and 40 minutes away from me. So we didn't go get them. Used to get gallons for 12. We have a local place that does them sell. You can go pick, or you can buy theirs picked. It's not real local. It's a little bit of a drive. They do strawberries and blueberries, I think. When I signed up for this, I was really planning to do something with sourdough and make something with sourdough, but I didn't get it together, and everything I was pulling up I would have to do a lot of prep ahead of time in order to get it done in an hour. So I reverted and changed my mind. You like strawberries? Yes. Yes, I like them darker. These are a little bit under for mine. They really are not quite as ripe as, and I just put the wrong fork in there. Quite as ripe as I would have liked them to be. I don't think they're going to get boiled good enough for me to finish. So here at Crafty Blessings, I try to end every live with be a blessing. Who can you uplift, encourage, or inspire today? Thank you all for having me today. And up next is Ray from Creative Designs and DIY with Blueberry Hill. I hope you will follow her. You'll go and you'll see all the creators go to the Sacred Treasure House. You can see everyone there. And I really, really appreciate these ladies putting on this event and us being able to come together and have a little fun. And I hope you enjoyed it. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.